are you still convinced the Bucs won't repeat as Super Bowl champs?
Well, I'm not. I still feel very comfortable that I think Green Bay is the best team in the NFC.
Okay.
I think obviously we know now that 49ers are going to Lambeau and the winner of this game is going to Tampa. I would feel a lot better if the Rams, because I think the Rams have something that can cause Tom Brady problems, especially, Skip, if Tristan Wirth is 50% or is not in the lineup. And you saw the moment he went down, what started to happen, Skip? They started to get home with 4 because Tristan couldn't anchor down because it's his right ankle. They tried to bull him. He tried to go back. He tried to, like, I just can't go. And they started to be able to get pressure. And I was watching the game yesterday. If you do not pressure Tom Brady, it's shooting fish in a barrel. Tom has a big gun and it's a small barrel. So he's going to pick you off. You got to get pressure on him. And the Eagles, for the better part of the game before Tristan Wirth got hurt, couldn't get any pressure on him. So now Tom is just Mike Evans, Gronk, Tyler Johnson. Early in the game, Skip, he was a little off. I don't know if they were like a little too deep on the route, a little too shallow. I don't know if they thought it was zone. Tom thinking man, Tom thinking zone. They're thinking man, but he was a little off. But once he got his feet up under him, I'm not surprised. But I'm also not surprised that this happened to the NFC East. You see what happens when you play in a crappy division? When you go to the playoffs, you get exposed. That's what happened yesterday. Those two teams got exposed. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with the quarterback position. But you're not running your way to a championship. And I haven't seen the progression. I understand that he's young, but he's not a great anticipatory thrower of the football. Jalen Hurts is. Skip, guys are not going to be wide open like they were at Oklahoma when CeeDee Lamb and Bakari and Rambo was running wide open. That's not how it is. You have to throw people open. But the Bucs did look good yesterday. I don't know if are the Bucs really that good or the Eagles back. I think it's a combination. But yeah, could they? Sure. But I don't have them beating the Rams if they face the Rams. If the Rams face Tampa, it ends for them whether it's, I don't know if they play Saturday, Skip, they play Saturday, Sunday. I don't know what day they play, but whatever day they play, if they play the Rams, their season's coming to an end.
I smell a bunch of cases of Diet Dew. Bet on that. Thank you very much. So we'll get to that soon.
We already got it.
Next, we'll get that tomorrow's Undisputed.
Okay.
But right here, right now,
okay.
To quote the great Shannon Sharpe, I feel very comfortable in saying the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are about to repeat because I saw it in full force yesterday. I saw Brady goating at the highest GOAT level. I saw 44 years of age going on 24 years of age. And to your point, he was off a little bit early. It was blowing 20 miles an hour in Tampa yesterday, almost gale force wind. And he was actually throwing the football too hard early on because his velocity looks like it's actually improved at age 44. I don't know how he does it. He's going Benjamin Button as a quarterback. And I saw Tampa Bay's defense suddenly rise and Super Bowl shine yesterday right on cue as they got Shaq Barrett back, they got JPB back, they got Levante David back. There are a couple players still missing that are about to come back. They didn't have Fournette on offense. They didn't have Cyril Grayson on offense. But the point was it didn't matter. And what did Brady do that my Cowboys could not do? My Brady-esque quarterback, Dak Prescott. They just took the football right down the field. After winning the toss, they said, we'll take it and we will go with it. And they went right down the field and stuck it in the end zone. Why did they do that? Because Philly came in with the #1 rushing attack in pro football. How do you take the football out of their hands? You just put it on the scoreboard. You go up 7-0, and you're going to force Jalen to throw it more than he wants to throw it. So all of a sudden it's 14-0. All of a sudden it's 17-0. And on those first 3 scoring drives, would you believe Tom Brady went 17 of 21 for 147 yards? That's the first 3 scoring drives. And he threw one to Mike Evans, if we could see this in the end zone, that I thought was going to be his 3rd touchdown pass. And Mike just couldn't quite hang on to it. It hit him right in the hands. But Slay was kind of over his back, and it was a close play. I think we're about to see it right here. But he hit him right in the hands. He just couldn't hold on. So that's Brady's 9th drop touchdown pass in the end zone this year, which is why he should be the MVP. But that's another argument for another day. So my point to you is...
all-pro voting, Skip.
Okay. Yeah, I know what my eye test told me. I know what Pro Football Focus says. Yeah, I know what it says. Aaron Rodgers will win the MVP, which is why Brady's about to win the Super Bowl MVP, because he will be driven. And by the way, if we could fast forward to the end of the game yesterday after Jalen Hurts' final incompletion of the game, if we could see what Brady did with the football, please. He jumps onto the field, snatches up the football, turns, and heaves it out of bounds. It was unbelievable. It's like a little kid would do. Here's Jalen Hurts' final incompletion, and guess who's on Johnny on the spot? It's Brady. He caught it, and he heaves it in the stands. That's like a little kid. Oh, he did catch it. I thought it bounced, actually. This is the first time I've actually seen it for a second time. Touchdown, Tom Brady, and he heaves it in the stands like a little kid.
He should have caught that one in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, that was thrown over the wrong shoulder. It should have been left shoulder. It was right shoulder. But the point is that Tom Brady is gunned up, jacked up like a little kid, ready to go do this. And there were 2 plays made that were spectacular yesterday. If we could see the Shaq Barrett play, this is what he does at the highest of levels. Yeah. He can zone blitz. He can suddenly drop right off the line of scrimmage, and he can play pass defense like Micah can. And all of a sudden, he tips the ball. Jalen tried to get it just over his head. He tips the ball to himself and catches it. It's a big-time playoff-winning kind of play that we saw for the first time in a while, because I've had my doubts about this defense. So all of a sudden, they've got that going. We'll see it one more time here. And then guess who? Mike Evans. If we could see the Mike Evans catch, run, and front flip into the end zone, please. This is what you're going to be up against, because as Mike Evans said, I don't care who we play as long as they play man defense, because he eats it alive. What a sweet throw that was by the GOAT. And he front flips into the end zone. Another indication that the Buccaneers are poised for takeoff. I saw defense. I saw special teams. I saw it all yesterday. And I saw a team that is about to march straight to SoFi Stadium out here in Los Angeles for the Super Bowl.
Skip, the play that you just showed, why would they step up so hard when Tampa is, if that's the Tennessee Titans and that's Derrick Henry and Tannehill is faking the ball in his belly and all those 4 guys step up like they did, I get that. But why would those guys step up like that when that's Keyshawn Vaughn? See, that's the thing. That's what I'm telling you. See, you think guys
he's from
don't
Vanderbilt.
do what they're supposed to do.
Listen, this league fears people from Vanderbilt because it's a pro pipeline to not only this league, but to the NBA and MLB, as you well know.
Well, you know what, Skip? That might be all well and good, but Vanderbilt in that situation, there's no reason for you to step up that hard and try to fill a run gap when they don't really run the football like that. That's just knowing. It happened a lot with Peyton Manning, and guys just started to say, well, we hope you hand the ball off. Because if you hand the ball off, you're not nearly as dangerous as you are throwing the football. So if Tom Brady hands the ball off to Keyshawn Vaughn, you applaud him like, yes, thank you. That means you're not throwing it to Gronk or to Mike Evans or to Tyler Johnson or Perriman. So you should commend him if he actually puts the ball in the running back's belly. Skip, the Eagles there are a lot of things, special teams. The fastest guy, the gunner, little Scotty Miller that caused the fumble. Why would you not double the fastest guy? Well, you double the other guy that's not as fast as Scotty Miller. Now, Jalen Reagor has to get in a better position to field that punt, but it's just little things like that gets you beat in a playoff game because, Skip, the possessions are so valuable. The football is so valuable. You pay double for turnovers. Normally, when you turn the ball over, a team will turn those turnovers into points. And so that's the one thing that you don't want to have happen, especially if you're on the road. Look how quickly that game got out of hand, Skip, in Buffalo the other night when Mac Jones threw that turnover, turned the ball over. It was just, they were already down 7-0, and next thing you know, it's 14-0, 21, boom, 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 and the game's over. You look at Tampa, what happened when Jalen Hurts threw that pick? Next thing you know, game's over. You look at when Big Ben, they got behind, and then he fumbled the ball, and then next thing you know, it's over. You can't turn the ball over as a road team, Skip, especially when you're dealing with somebody that has a high-powered offense like Tampa has. or like a Kansas City or a Buffalo. You turn the ball over, you're going down 10-14 quick.
Okay, I got you. So to sum this up, when they do get Murphy Bunting back as their slot corner on defense, and they will, he was going to go yesterday, and at the last second, his hamstring's still not quite right. When they do get Lenny Fournette back, playoff Lenny, his hamstring wasn't quite right yesterday, and they got away with it. They've got Gio back now as the third down pass catcher out of the backfield. If Tristan Wirfs, I agree with you, the problem was yesterday his backup is injured also, and his backup got bull rushed in the first snap. But it looked like the ankle wasn't too bad. So I'm going to hope and guess that Tristan Wirfs will be able to go. He did come back in the game for a little while. So if they are almost all whole, you're going to have hell getting them out of this playoff chase. Because, again, what if those 49ers, is it possible they go up to Lambeau and knock off Aaron Rodgers? Is it possible? Well, then they would have to go, obviously, to guess who? GOAT.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible because, Skip, what was that, a Sunday night game that Aaron Rodgers had to use his heroics and they had to get a game-winning field goal in order to beat the 49ers? Now, the 49ers are not in awe of them. Kyle Shanahan was dialed up, and we saw how Cleveland ran the ball. We saw how the Lions ran the ball. We've seen teams that have been able to run the football against the Green Bay Packers, and we know the 49ers can run the football. So, do I expect them to win? I'm going to pick Green Bay. But, Skip, I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, did you see the 49ers went to Lambeau and won? Yeah, they can win because they can run it. And they can, if Nick Bosa is able to go, they can cause a problem. Now, the good thing is Bakhtiari is back. Skip, you see the difference when you have a premier left tackle like Trent Williams? He neutralized our whole side. He neutralized that. So now we can slide the protection the other way, chip the other way, and protect, because I know my left tackle. If Bakhtiari is back, he can neutralize one side, and now you can help on Nick Bosa and those other guys.
Got it. All I know is Brady's about to win number 8.
It ain't happening, bro.
I mean,
it's not happening.
It just adds up really quickly.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.